and it's come in two wadges. The first now moving over towards the eastern fringes of Scotland, East Anglia, the southeast of England. Then something of a lull there, you'll notice. There's parts of Britain poking through quite nicely. Western areas picking up some of those heavy pulses of rain, and it is rain, and then perhaps turning a wee bit more showery. For Northern Ireland, the southwest of England, perhaps Pembrokeshire later on in the day, watch out for the strength of the wind in the far southwest as well, on what will not be a particularly warm day anywhere. Overnight, frost will be rather limited to central Scotland, the northeast of England. Watch out for some fog forming there in the central belt and perhaps parts of the northeast of England too. A fair amount of cloud moving in from the Atlantic. Where's it all coming from? Well, it's way out here just at the moment. Looks a million miles away, but it is heading our way quite markedly, quite smartly, and it's all tied in with a low pressure and a set of fronts. Just bear that portion of the front in mind for me for just a second. It is in fact going to be a rather wet start down in this southwestern quarter of the British Isles in the first part of the day. Elsewhere, a somewhat drier prospect. Watch out, as I say, for that fog, which may well linger for much of the morning in parts of Scotland and the north of England. A speckling of showers further north in Scotland. They'll be there right through the day. And then all parts of England, Wales, Northern Ireland, I think by dusk tomorrow, will have seen a fair amount of rain, perhaps turning a wee bit more showery in the far south and west later on in the day. Now, with all this cloud, wind and rain around yet again, the temperatures will not warrant postcards home by any means at all. Now, remember that portion of the front I was talking about? It's still there on a different orientation by Friday, it has to be said, but it will take a time before that, wherever it ends up, I have to say it's a little bit uncertain at the moment, before it works its way right down and across all parts of England and Wales, introducing something that's already going to be a wee bit cooler, a wee bit more showery, a wee bit brighter across Scotland and Northern Ireland than across other parts, but it could, as I say, take a fair old time. So that gets us through to the weekend. It looks as though perhaps parts of the east may start off a little bit damp in the first part of the day, and then decent conditions for the most part. Do make the most of it, because it's sure not to last. We've got yet another mass of cloud, wind and rain moving quite smartly into Northern Ireland and then driving its way across many parts of the British Isles through the course of Saturday. Thankfully, most of it gets to the near continent on Sunday, still lurking though through the Channel. Elsewhere, a brighter day with a mixture of sunshine and showers.